If you want to see me create my first look using round 2 holiday palettes, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I am doing round 2 of the holiday palettes of the past, and I asked for some voting, and there were definitely a few votes made for the palette that I should be using next. The palettes, there are 2 of them. And this is the first one, and it is the Gingerbread Spice from Too Faced. And this was requested by Jaye, and it is a very pretty color story. And here it is right there. And I really want to create a look that is not going to be the obvious one. I think that for a look, this kind of monochromatic set of 4 would be a given, and I don't want to do that. I think I want to do a look with this purple, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to pair it with, but I do want to do a purple look. It feels right to use the purple in this look, and I'm wondering if I would even do purple and pink with a touch of gold, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's just dive in and see what happens, how the spirit moves me in creating this look. I have a little bit of having trouble. My skin is dry. It's very wintry right now in Winnipeg, which is where I live, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I'm having, my skin is having a moment. It's not great, and it's the reality of dry times when it's cold outside, just the way it is. So we're just going to forge ahead no matter what. And as I'm looking at this palette, I think I'm going to go, for starters, using this particular shadow on the brow bone, and I think it's called Frostbite. Yeah, Frostbite Me. A little bit off, but it's Too Faced, you know. It is the way they roll. So I'm going to go into that white eyeshadow and just go to the brow bone. I figure it's going to be quite blingy, and it is. And I did put a little bit of something on my eyelid before filming today. It's just the usual Metal Matte palette from KVD Vegan Beauty, and I'm using this one as the starter shadow on the eyelid. And I did do another color. I used the highlighter in the Naked Skin palette. So this was on the brow bone to begin with, and we've gone a little bit more frosty, and this is the palette I'm talking about, Naked Skin. It's an older palette from Urban Decay, but it still works fine, so I don't see why I wouldn't use it. And as well on Naked Skin, using Naked Skin, I did go into this one for contour, and this one for highlighter, and I did also go into the Estée Edit, which was a holiday face palette and eye palette from Estée Edit, which was a brand that was not long to live, and went into this one as a blush. So that is what I have as a blush on my cheeks today. So I'm pretty happy with this. I really am happy that I've gone back into this palette because it's quite good. And it also has some very beautiful gem colors on the other side. So this is an eyeshadow side, and the other one is a face palette. If you have this in your collection, take it out, try it again. You might be surprised. Okay, enough blah blah blah. So we have done this shadow on the brow bone, and now going into the colors. I did say I was going to go in with the purple, and I'm going to go with this fluffy brush from Glam Light and go into the purple. I'll do one eye completely and do the other eye off camera. I usually do that. So I have loaded the brush with the purple. I'm just going to stamp in the outer crease and outer lid. Swirling motions to get it applied everywhere I want. I'm going to go back into the purple and stamp it further. I definitely want to get that shadow on the lower lash line as well. I think it's going to look really good. Okay, and I'm going a little bit high here. I don't want to go too much further. And I like this color enough that I'm going to do that usual inner to brow sweep with whatever's left on the brush. And I think that looks pretty good. That's just a very easy starting point with that one shadow and the little brow bone highlight. That's very little invested time and effort here. And I think it looks pretty good. It applied quite well. Just using whatever's left on the brush to take the shadow a little bit higher. I mean, this is one shadow, right? Plus the brow bone. Not bad. And good coverage. Really good coverage. So I want to take this purple and bring it to the lower lash line. And I want to manage to diffuse the color. So I'm going to use an angled brush that's relatively thick. I don't usually use this one, but I think it's going to work by just putting it on one side and just stamping to begin with to apply it across, and now to apply it by brushing it back and forth. So stamping first and then brushing on afterwards. It feels really effortless, truly. Now there's a little bit, it looks like a little bit of patchiness here. So I'm going to go back to the other brush that I was using from Glam Light and just try to get that patchiness to disappear here. Just with a second layer of that purple shadow. Okay, so that seems a lot better. Now, we have just one eyeshadow on here, except for the brow bone. Brow bone always, to me, it's an accent. It's not a critical part of the look. Let me see. What do I want to do? I'm kind of partial to, just looking at this. Oh, that looks really good. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this color, which looks like a duochrome. I'm going to use this color on the inner to 1/3 to half of the lid, and I think that that is going to look really good. Let's just spread it on the finger here and look. Oh yeah, that is going to look really good on the inner lid. So let's go with that color. It's like a rose and peach kind of duochrome, as far as I can see right now. And I'm going to take my multitasker brush and go right into that color, which is Hot Toddy. Going into Hot Toddy. And I want to start off with the brush to go with precision, and then I'll switch to my finger. I have to remember not to raise my eyebrows. I have a bad habit of doing that. Okay, and going to my finger now and tapping it on. And usually the finger intensifies the color, which is not a bad thing. Okay, and I want to just bring that color a little bit higher. So going back into my multitasker brush, and I'm going to go just a little bit higher here. There we go. Getting there, a little bit more. Just trying to follow that natural fold of the eye. Okay, so that really brightens up the look, doesn't it? And just going to look at what I want to do on the lower lash line, if anything else. I don't think so. The only thing I'm thinking of is I want to go back with this angled brush and just add a little bit of that purple. I don't know, I just feel like it's not as intense as I want. I'm just going to see if I can just add a little bit. And then take the other brush that I was using for that color and just soften the edges. Okay, not bad. I'm not unhappy with that. I'm just going to sweep it a little bit here. Yeah. Okay, I think that I'm ready for liner and mascara, and I have those out here. And I'm going to take the tattoo liner from KVD and do that on this look. I'm going to just finish the one eye look and then show you the full look finished once I've got the other side done. But I can do this on camera at least. I do really like the precision of the tattoo liner. I almost bought the duo that they had, the chocolate and the brown and the black. And let's do a wing. That's a bit of a butchered wing, but it'll do. It'll do. Okay. I'll try to replicate it on the other side, obviously. And mascara. Since I'm using a Too Faced palette, I'm going to go with a sample of the Better Than Sex mascara. And this is the regular, not the waterproof. And let's complete the look. I definitely have to fix that wing a little bit, but I'll do that off camera. Okay, so that is one eye done. As I said, I'm going to go off camera and do the other eye and come back and show you the final look. And here is the final look. I'm pretty happy. I think it turned out really well. I did use this Oh My Gloss from Rimmel, and it is the Lucy Delabra, or do I have the name still? Lucy Delabra, yeah, that's what it's called, Lucy Delabra. And the Gingerbread Spice I really enjoyed playing with today. And I went pretty basic. I did use the purple, as I said, as the matte for most of the look. It's on the lower lash line. It's also in the crease, outer lid, and kind of pushed up toward the brow bone. This color right here, which is Frostbite Me, is on the brow bone. The purple is Figgy Pudding, and then this one up here is Hot Toddy. So those are the ones that I used the most of, and that was on brow bone. And I didn't go to the default. My default would have been purple and gold, and I just wanted to do something different, and I think that these two were quite nice, and these two would certainly, actually these two and this one, would create a really very pretty, in my opinion, neutral look. And thanks again to Jaye for suggesting this palette. It was a whole lot of fun. I hope, Jaye, that you enjoy the look that I created. And yeah, if you have a favorite palette, in the round 2, please take a look at this video to see all the palettes that are available to pick from. And don't be shy. Let me know if there is a palette that you would like me to use to make a look or two in this second round. And if you want to take a look at what happened in round 1, you can definitely take a look at recent videos and you'll see a bunch of looks that I created with a bunch of palettes from that were available in round 1. Obviously now we are into round 2. I've given you the video link to that one as well, and you can take a look at the intro for this series as well. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.